Welcome to Many Magical Tales, short stories for kids by Christopher Durr. Thank you for joining us on another adventure.
The Day I Saw a Yeti by Christopher Durr. I'm pretty sure I saw a Yeti on my way home from school. It was kind of scary, but it was also really cool. I told the bus driver to stop, but he just kept on driving, and my friends didn't look in time and thought that I was lying. But he was there, as plain as he could possibly be. I tried to convince my family, but I don't think they believed. I told them he was as big as a moose, but looked like an ape, covered in white fur, but I couldn't clearly see his face. The next day I was determined to see him, so I stared into the same woods, but the Yeti wasn't there. I tried calling his name, but I didn't know what he was called. Maybe his name was Ringo, George, John, or Paul. Still, no matter what I did, the Yeti wouldn't come. So I rode my bike home and told my dad and mom. They tried convincing me that it was just my imagination, but he wasn't a unicorn, a chupacabra, or a spaceship. I tried drawing him like a police sketch artist, but I couldn't get it right, even though I tried my hardest. I had a plan I had devised. I was going to set a trap, with cheeseburgers, pizza slices, and many tasty snacks. After school the next day, I set the platter in the woods. I was going to get my proof now, once and for good. I sat behind a bush with a camera in my hand. Today was going to be the day. I had made a perfect plan. It wasn't long before I heard a rustling in the leaves. Here came the Yeti, but would anyone believe? I pulled my camera out as quick as I could be. I was going to get my picture and make everybody see. I was terrified but held my ground. I had to snap a quick pic. When I saw a squirrel running through the leaves and through the sticks, I waited, and it started getting dark, and this was not a place I wanted to be after sunset in the park. I heard a roar and saw a mountain lion coming close. He was heading my direction. I knew I was a goner, and there was nowhere I could go. I hid behind the tree and started to panic and tried to make a clever plan, but there's no way I could manage. And right before the lion got to where I was, the Yeti picked the lion up like it was just a cub. The Yeti roared and let it down and took off like lightning. Yeah, the lion was gone, but the Yeti was more frightening. But he just looked at me and smiled and reached down for the food. I reached down and got the camera for the proof. But the Yeti turned and ran, and my picture turned out blurry. Unfortunately, the Yeti was in too much of a hurry. From that day, I decided it didn't matter if anyone else believed. I know I saw a Yeti, and the Yeti saw me. The end.
Thank you for listening to The Day I Saw a Yeti, a Many Magical Tales short, written and produced by Christopher Durr. Please subscribe and review Many Magical Tales on your preferred podcast provider. Thanks for your support.